afternoon. Today's topic is intestinal nematodes. About parasitology, we will include in nematodes Strongyloides torcoralis and Trichuris trichuria. We will see first the classifications of nematodes. That are two types of classifications: systemic classification and classification based on their habitats. First one, systemic classifications. According to this classification, class is Adenophoria and Sarcarnentia. Characteristic wise differentiation: sensory structure absent in class Adenophoria, present in class Sarcarnentia. Esophagus in class Adenophoria is modified with presence of gland cells, that is stichocytes or reserve organ trophosomes. Class Sarcarnentia is normal in appearance and excretory organs in class Adenophoria is without lateral canals. In class Sarcarnentia, it is lateral canal is present. Caudal papillae in class Adenophoria is absent. In class Sarcarnentia, caudal papillae is present. Infective form to the definitive host in class Adenophoria is first stage larva, Trichinella or embryonated eggs, Trichuris or Capillaria. In class Sarcarnentia, third stage larva or embryonated eggs. For example, all other nematodes are infective form to the definitive host. Trichinelloidea, family is Trichinellidia, genus is Trichinella, and family is Trichuridia, genus is Trichuris and Capillaria. Class Sarcarnentia, Oxyuridia, family is Oxyurida and genus is Antrobius. Ascaroidoid, family is Ascaroidid and genus is Ascaris toxocara, bile Ascariasis and Legochelescariasis. Family Aniscaidia, genus is Anisakis. Ankylostomatodia, family is Ankylostomatidae and genus is Ankylostoma and Nectar. Rhabditodia, family is Strongyloidae and genus is Strongyloides. Strongyloidid, family is Cabaretidia and genus is Esophagostomus sternidia. Family is Syngamadia and genus is Monogamus. And Metastrongyloidae, family is Angylostrongydia and genus is Angylostrongylos. Trichostrongylidae, family is Trichostrongylidae and genus is Trichostrongylos. Phylloreoidae, family is Onchocercadia, genus is Wuchereria, Brugia, Loa Loa, Onchocerca, Mansonella and Dirophyllaria. Dracunculoidae, family is Dracunculoidae and genus is Dracunculoideus. Thalassioidae, family is Thalassiidae and genus is Thalassia. Diactophyllomatodia, family is Diactophyllomatidae and genus is Diactophyllum. Classification based on habitat, it is intestinal nematodes, somatic human nematodes and animal nematodes that rarely infect the man. First, intestinal nematodes, small intestine and large intestine. In small intestine, Ascaris lumbricoides, common roundworm, Ankylostoma duodenale, Old World hookworm, Nectar americans and New World hookworm. In large intestine, Trichuris trichuria, it is also called as a whipworm, and Antrobius vermicularis, that is threadworm or pinworm. Somatic human nematodes, that is a filarial worm, lymphatic skin and serous cavity. In lymphatic, Wuchereria bancrofti, Brugia balai and Brugia timori. Skins, Loa Loa, Onchocerca, Mansonella streptocerca, Mansonella ozardi. In serous cavity, Mansonella perstans. Other human somatic nematodes are Trichinella spiralis, Dracunculus medinensis. It is also called as a guinea worm. Now, animals nematodes that rarely infect man. Larva migrants. Visceral larva, there are two types of larva migrants, visceral larva migrants and cutaneous larva migrants. Visceral are Toxochera, Ankylostrongus catinensis, Ankylostrongus costeriensis, Anisakis, Gnathostoma and Baileys ascaris. Cutaneous larva migrants are Ankylostoma brasiliensis, Ankylostoma caninum, Ankylostoma caelanicum, Gnathostoma species, Uncinnaria stenocephalus and Unostomos species. Other animal nematodes are zoonotic filariasis, that is Dirofilaria. In intestine, Capillaria philippensis, Trichostrongylus species, Strongyloid fullerboni, Osophagostomy and Turnidian species. Conjunctiva, Thalassia species. Liver is Capillaria hepatica. Kidney, Dioptophyma species, respiratory tract or lung, Mammomonogama species and Capillaria aerophilia ascaris sum. Now classification based on they leg, egg or larva. According to these, they are classified into oviparous, viviparous and oviviviparous. In oviparous, most of the intestinal nematodes are oviparous except strongyloids. Example includes hookworm, ascaris, trichuris and antrobius. Viviparous, most of the somatic nematodes are viviparous. Example includes filarial worm, Trichinella and Dracunculus. Oviparous, example includes strongyloid species. Morphology, adult male and female nematodes are, male includes esophagus, nowring, intestines, spicules, testes, seminal vesicle and vas deferens. Female, esophagus, nowring, then intestine, ovary, uterus with eggs, vulva, anus and intestine. Now life cycle of Trichuria, Antrobius vermicularis and Ascariasis. Mode of transmission is ingestion in intestine, infective form, that is the embryonated eggs, develops into the larva, then it develops into the adult worm, male and female. Fertilization occur. After fertilization, it lays unembryonated eggs in Ascaris lumbricoids and Trichuris trichuria. In unembryonated eggs in fishes is the diagnostic form. Then, in environment or soil, it develops into the embryonated eggs. In Antrobius vermicularis, development into the embryonated eggs cause deposition of eggs into the perianal skin. It is the diagnostic form. Can cause autoinfection. In Ascaris lumbricoid, in intestine, it develops into the larva. Then larva penetrates gastrointestinal tract. Then it goes through venous circulation to lungs. Migration. It is the swelling of the sputum and migratory phase occur, and then cycle is repeated. Strongyloid stercoralis and hookworm. Transmission occurred by skin penetration. Infective form is L3 filariform larva. Then after L3, it penetrates into the venous circulation and goes to lungs. Swallowing of sputum occur, reaches to GIT. Then in hookworm, larva develop into the adults, male and female. Fertilization occurs. Unembryonated eggs in the feces. It is the diagnostic form. And embryonated eggs develop into the larval form in environmental soil. L1, L2 and L3, and skin penetration occur and cycle is repeated. In Strongyloid stercoralis, larva develop into the adult female worm. Pathogenesis occur, then female worms lays eggs containing larva. Molting occur. L1 Rhabditiform larva in feces is the diagnostic form. L1 becomes L2, transformed into the L2, then L3, and adult worm, male and female. Fertilization occur, lays egg in the environmental soil, then L1, L2, L3 occurs, and skin penetration by infective form of L3, and cycle is repeated. Direct development of L1 goes to transformation of L2, L3, and infective form occurs. L3 endogenous autoinfection also caused by reverse peristalsis, and L3 larvae migrate to various organs to cause hyperinfection syndrome. Now we will see in details about Trichuris trichuria. It is also called as a weepworm. It is one of the soil transmitted helminth. Habitat, it resides in the large intestine of man, mainly cecum and appendix. Epidemiology, trichuriasis is worldwide in distribution, mainly in warm and moist climate similar to ascariasis. Children are commonly affected. Global prevalence in human is approximately 604 millions. Morphology of adult worm is shown here. Male and female, coil posterior end in male, and posterior end is straight like a handle of whip in female. Morphology of egg, as in figure, so it is a barrel shape surrounded by a shell, bear mucus plaque at the board pole, 50 to 50 micrometer long and 22 to 23 micrometer wide. Bile stain, float in the saturated salt solution. Life cycle of Trichuris trichuria. Larva is liberated through one of the pole of egg. Second stage in small intestine goes and migrate to large intestine. Then it becomes male and female fertilization occur, and fertilized female worm lays unembryonated eggs. Unembryonated eggs present in the feces. This cycle, up to this cycle is occurred in male. Now cycle is in soil. Unembryonated egg in feces 10 to 14 days. Development of egg in soil. Molting occurs and embryonated eggs is present in soil. Men acquire infection by ingestion of contaminated food and water containing embryonated eggs, and cycle is repeated. Pathogenesis and clinical feature. Incubation period varies from 70 to 90 days. Most infected individuals are mostly asymptomatic with or without having eosinophilia. In people with heavy infections, mechanical distortion leading to inflamed, edematous and friable mucosa. Allergic response by the host may be occur. Common manifestations include abdominal pain, anorexia, etc. Trichuris dysentery syndrome may be occur. Iron deficiency anemia, recurrent rectal polyps, growth retardation and impaired cognitive functions. Laboratory diagnosis. Sample is stool. Stool examination by normal saline preparation and iodine preparation. Figure shows egg in saline mount, 2 poles at both the end. Embryonated egg is present, and B is adult female. Because the level of egg output is high, approximately 200 eggs per gram of feces per worm pair, microscopic examination of a single fecal smear is sufficient for diagnosis of symptomatic cases. Other findings are peripheral blood eosinophilia, that is less than 15%, increased serum IgE level. Now treatment. Mebendazole 500 mg once or albendazole 400 mg daily for 3 doses is safe and moderately effective for treatment. with cure rate of 70%. Ivermectin 200 mg per kg daily for 3 doses is also safe but is less effective. Now, Strongyloides stercoralis. Classification belongs to superfamily Rhabditoideae and family Strongyloideae. Epidemiology, it is distributed in hot, humid and tropical areas, particularly common in Southeast Asia including India, Sub-Saharan Africa and South America, Brazil. Parasitic female worm reside in the human intestine, that is duodenum and upper jejunum. Free-living female worm multiply in the environment. It is morphology of adult worm, that is male and female. Spicules are present in adult worm and adult female containing single row of eggs. Egg containing larva oval and measure 50 to 58 into 30 to 34 micrometer in size. 4 stage of Strongyloides larva, L1 to L4, filariform larva and rhabditiform larva. In filariform larva, nose, posterior and intestine and esophagus can be seen. Rhabditiform larva, buccal cavity smaller than double bulb esophagus, genital pyramidum intestine and anal pore. Life cycle host is Strongyloides stercoralis involves only one host, that is male. Rarely domestic pets are recognized as a reservoir of infection. Infective stage L3 larva, filariform larva. Mode of transmission is by penetration of skin by the L3 larva and auto-infection, that is internal auto-infection. Life cycle, men get infection by penetration of L3 filariform larva by skin and venous circulation through it. It goes to lungs and trachea, bronchi and lungs, then goes to pharynx, swallowed in the pharynx and goes to small intestine. In small intestine, molting occurs and adult female worm in small intestine cause pathogenesis. Then egg containing larva appears, molting occurs and rhabditiform larva in the intestine. Then in environment, filariform larva that causes auto-infection, direct development in soil or indirect development in soil. Adult worm in environment cause fertilization through male and female and egg in small soil appeared and rhabditiform larva in soil. Then man gets infection by penetration of skin by filariform larva. Cycle is repeated. Pathogenesis and clinical features. Effect due to the migrating larva, asymptomatic infection, rashes, cutaneous larva migrans and pulmonary symptoms. Effect due to adult worm and filariform larva, that is mild to moderate worm load, epigastric pain, nausea, diarrhea, constipation and blood loss. Heavy larval load cause hyperinfection syndrome and disseminated strongyloidiasis. Laboratory diagnosis are sample is stool, duodenal aspirate and by entero test or rarely sputum. In microscopy, it detects rhabditiform larva. In stool culture, Harda-Mori filter paper tube method, Petri dish slant culture technique, Behrman funnel techniques, charcoal culture method, agar plate techniques. It is the most sensitive. Antibody detection by ELISA, coproantigen in stool, capture ELISA, detecting excretory secretory antigen and a molecular diagnosis by real-time PCR, detecting cytochrome C oxidase, subunit 1 gene, 18S RNA or 28S RNA gene sequences. Now, complication of strongyloidiasis. Hyperinfection syndrome is a repeated auto-infection cycle which lead to generation of large number of filariform larvae. The larvae penetrate the GIT and migrate to various organs. Risk factors that impaired host immunity to various organs. Glucocorticoid therapy is the main risk factor. Other risk factor includes immunosuppressive conditions such as transplant recipients, hematological malignancy, and intake of immunosuppressive drugs. Hyperinfection syndrome is common in patients co-infect with human T-cell lymphocytic virus type, lymphotrophic virus type HTLV-1. Co-infection of strongyloids with HIV infection is common. However, it is not associated with disseminated strongyloidiasis. Feature is colitis, enteritis, or malabsorption, and in severe cases, disseminated strongyloidiasis may develop. Disseminated strongyloidiasis is in this infection, larva may invade the GIT and migrate to various organs including CNS, peritoneum, liver, and kidneys. Moreover, the passage of enteric flora through disrupted mucosa lead to gram-negative bacterial sepsis, pneumonia, or meningitis, which may dominate the clinical course. CNS invasion, brain abscess, and meningitis are common. Larvae can be seen in CSF occasionally. CSF examination will show pleocytosis, elevated protein, normal glucose, and negative for bacterial culture. Eosinophilia is often absent in severely infected patients. Mortality rate in untreated patient approaches 100%, or even with treatment it may exceed 25%. Thank you.